Morning, everyone. I'm sorry I'm a smidge late. I'm laughing because my screen said go live, and as it did, Savannah, my French bulldog, just went. And I was just like, great start, great start. Oh, anyway, good morning, everybody. How are we all doing today? I'm just having a little check out what's going on. If you're there, come say hi. I'm going to show you my dog in a moment. She is absolutely crashed out down on the floor here. It's quite funny. In fact, I think I can turn my camera around to show you because it's hilarious. Oops, not that one. Yeah, I'll give you all a second. I am a tiny bit late. I apologise. I'm not going to lie, getting a good coffee. Don't want that there. See if I can get it to show her. Okay. All right, I'm going to come down. I'm going to show you this. This is what I've got in the corner. This is Savannah. I'm going to just switch the screen over. Morning, Nancy. Nancy, I can see your name. You're on YouTube. You're on YouTube. Mandy, I can see your name. Mandy, I can see you. Let me just show you what's. If you hear snoring, is that? It's just says, hard life there, Savannah. You right, sweet pea? Yeah. You hot and bothered? Yeah. Did a little bit snory? Yeah. You tired? Yeah. She can't even be bothered to keep her eyes open to talk to me. So yeah, that. If you hear noises in the background, is what's responsible. The little French bulldog. Good morning. How are we all doing? I'm just moving my keyboard out of the way. How are we all coping in this heat? Woo! I can see your name. Whoop whoop. Oh, she is cute, but she is her. She's a little pain in the bum sometimes, but she is adorable. How are we all doing today? Right, first of all, I got a new Starbucks cup. I got a new Starbucks cup. Ready? Ready? I personally think it's amazing. I haven't had the reaction I thought I would from my friends and family. How awesomely cool is this Starbucks cup? I think it's so cool. It's just me. I love it. I got this on my trip to um when I went to go and see Totally Beads website warehouse on the weekend. I got this on my journey down. We know I like to get a mug to sort of memorize a journey. I went into the services and I saw this and I was like, I need to have that. So there you go. Ooh, I put caramel in it. I forgot. So how are we all doing today? How is everybody? What are we all up to? Quite quiet. So I'm assuming we're all probably in the garden chilling. Maybe I would be. Let me just. Actually, everybody at the moment, I can see everybody's names, so that's really nice. But for anybody who may be watching on a replay or who may be watching from a different channel and I can't see you or not speaking, this is the link. If I can't see your name, this just helps me to see who's talking to me, really. And if you do choose to go on that, I'll just show you very quickly. Share screen. So I'll just show you how this works. It is a legitimate. It's nothing, I know it probably make you think get nervous at different websites. Just click on it, allow Restream to show my name, and then so switching to my Facebook account, which is my personal account, and then I would just continue, and that would work. Okay, so it's because I'm actually in as my I was actually logged in as my group, my Unit U page then. So that's all you have to do. And that's it, really. Mandy, you're not coping with this heat at all. Working from home again as the air conditioning and work is broken. Wow, only back a week after a year at home after an awful flood. I've been trying to teach myself some new chainmail weave. I did the Attica weave the other day. Oh, amazing. I think I saw that, Mandy, actually. It looks great. I haven't done that Attica weave. I've done, well, obviously, I've got quite a few different weaves that I have done. Yeah, it's great to see your mates. And chainmail, I love doing chainmail. I find that I visit sometimes weaves that I tried to do a while ago and struggled with. And I found that since I've done other weaves since, my mind has been able to interpret that weave better, if that makes sense. The more you do it, the more it does kind of make sense. Right, let me just pop that one down. Messed up my thingy now. Bear with me one moment. I'm just going to get this. So I'm going to have a little quick catch up and chat with you, and I need some suggestions. I said to my friend's daughter, she's doing her exams at the moment. She's in like her final day. She's got one more day left of school, and I said I'd do some bookmarks for her teachers because she wanted to just get for a couple of her teachers just a little thank you gift. So I said I would do some bookmarks for them, and then I can just print off some on my Cricut. I can just print off some little names, put them across the bookmark. Women like so for the female teachers, I'm okay with, like I can just do something pretty with alcohol ink. But for the guys, I'm a little bit like unsure what to do. I'm a bit like, oh, I don't know. What do you do as a sort of a guy's design? You know, so any suggestions would be great. I am coming back. Don't worry. I know I've wandered. I just wanted to get my picture that I did at my brush party last night. So I thought I'd just grab that very quickly. Yeah, so any suggestions would be greatly appreciated. What else are we up to? So this week, talking chainmail, I have done the workshop for this week has been Honeybee, which is a lovely, lovely little weave. I'm just going to clear a bit of, also been doing quite a bit of alcohol inking and dragon eye creating, so I have got slightly messy papers, but that's okay. You guys don't mind, do you? Adds to the aesthetic, should we say? So, just going to switch put this camera on for you to see in this camera as well. It's already on. Position it in the right place. So yeah, any suggestions would be sort of greatly appreciated. The honeybee we've got here. Yeah. So this is excuse my nails. This is paint, and I'll show you why in a moment. I've been doing some brush party event last night, so I am covered in blue paint, but that's how it is. So this is the honeybee weave. This one's wrong. It's not wrong. I was doing this whilst I was teaching, and so I wasn't focusing as much as I should. And it's a directional weave, so they should all be going in the same direction. Like this little section here is, but this is where it's gone in the wrong direction. I have got some that are right. Let me show you how it should look. This is how it should look. Honeybee is beautiful, beautiful weave, and there you go. So you can see the honeybee. That's the correct one. As I said, when I was doing this one, I was teaching it. Obviously, I was stopping, starting, putting it down, putting that. So it's as I was saying to the ladies on my workshop, it is a simple weave to do, but if you go wrong, it's so easy to go wrong just in the compiling of it because it's directional. I love the thought. Oh, I thought I could hear a noise then. I was like, what's that noise? But it's some kind of processing on my computer. If you see here, like I love the thought of it being like a charm bracelet, so you can have charms from it, or having it as like a necklace. I think it would look really pretty with maybe like a main drop just here. See what we've got. I can put my hand to. Bear with me. If anybody ever uses Mod Podge, this is why we wait 24 days for it to cure properly. Because if you Mod Podge the back of something, see this has been Mod Podged, and it seals it, but what it does is if you don't separate them, they can set together. It's fine. So say for example, imagine something like that as a charm on a necklace like that. I think that would be really, really pretty. I might have to do that now. What do you think? We could do that, couldn't I? I could set this, and I'd almost be tempted to maybe even give this like a similar loopy style pattern. I think I prefer the bigger one with it actually, more balanced. Let's see if I can go a little bit closer for you. Sorry about this. This is paint on here. It's not dirt. It's not coffee. I promise it's paint. I've been doing, as I said, a bit of art this week, so I'm a little bit messy. So what do you think of that as a design? Is that something you think we should maybe look into doing? I think that's pretty, isn't it? Might have to do that. Maybe that'd be my play about for this for today. I've got a couple of different ones. This one here. This one's been done in a different way, so you can see on the back there. I have this like paper that's like a confetti paper, and then when you put that on the back, set it in the resin, it just gives all of this kind of sparkle. I love how that looks. So maybe something like that. Still thinking that first one's my go-to at the moment. Oopsie. And then we've got some dragon eyes. Good dragon eye there. Bum, bum, bum. Look at that fella. Or, again, this is one on the back of a bit of metal. So I don't know. We have a few options, haven't we? A few options. So that's the potential. But yeah, anyway, so that's all we did today, this week. We did that on Monday. And then next week's weave, I'm super looking forward to. It is the alligator back. Come on. This one with copper. You are right there, Nancy. That would look beautiful with copper, wouldn't it? Let me find that little copper section. Where'd it go? Obviously, this isn't right. We know this. We've established this. But maybe copper and gold, because it's got like the kind of golden sheen running through it. Maybe copper and gold would look pretty. So like maybe copper, maybe gold on the inside here, and then gold and copper wire to secure it. The beauty of doing something like this with cabochons is that I could set it as I could wire wrap it. But the thing that I could do is just simply pop a bail on the back and glue it onto the back and have that simple pendant. I'm trying to learn some new interesting weaves as I'm making some pieces for one of my favourite actors to send him. He mentioned chainmail on one of his lives, as I offered to send him. I'm just going to put this up if that's right, Mandy. Oh, amazing! That's awesome. Are we allowed to know who the actor is, Mandy, or is it a secret? It's fine if it's a secret. I understand. So these cabs are very pretty. Oh, thank you, Mandy. Yeah, I love making these cabs. I can just do these all day and every day. I love these cabs done with the kind of confetti. I'll be honest, I also love it from this effect from the back as well. I love that kind of frosted, captured look. But yeah, so David Hewlett. Right, okay, what's he been in? I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to Google this. I'm gonna see if I recognize. What's he been in? Oh, he's English. Sorry. I'm like, oh, he's English. He looks a bit like Quentin Tarantino, doesn't he? Oh, okay. He's in Stargate. That makes a lot of sense. I know you love all of your sort of sci-fi programs, don't you? Yeah, there you go. He was in Stargate. Oh, that's cool though. How cool is that? That's amazing. So gents chainmail I find is quite a tricky fella. So I think so. My hand's gone green just because I was wearing a thicker chainmail, bare copper chainmail bracelet. And obviously I have a lot of toxins, and it's interesting because this was quite shiny before I started wearing the other bracelet, and it's tarnished this one more, but I can polish this up. It's not a problem. So just excuse my green wrist is what I'm saying. It's just from the copper bracelets. This weave is a lovely weave. This is the Orc weave. And I think that this would be quite cool for your Stargate inspired piece, Mandy. I've got picture guide on this, and I'm thinking of converting a lot of my picture guides into a written PDF as well. So that is something that I'm looking into doing. But yeah, so this is the Orc weave, and I think it's a very cool weave. Let me show you it again. This is in this necklace here. I'll show you it here. This again is the Orc weave. Now the only thing about this one, so again, can you see, like, you can connect it together so it's like my bracelet continuous, but you can also kind of give it links as well. Morning, Mandy. Oh, I can see names. I can see Mandy and Mandy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love this weave. And again, this is one that I've kind of mixed in with. Look at this cabochon. Look at this labradorite. Is that not just the most stunning of labradorites? And it's funny because I don't normally wear big chunky pieces, and this is quite sizable. It's a big round chunky piece, but I just kind of love wearing this. But yeah, so the Orc weave might be a really nice weave to consider. And again, like I said, I feel like, look at that, that could be your Stargate kind of representation, couldn't it? And again, you could have that, and you can see here I've done barrel weave, and the barrel weave is kind of I think it's quite unisex, barrel weave. What size jump rings are in a bracelet? So this is where it gets a bit tricky with this one, Mandy. It's, I can't remember it now. I've done so many. I've done so many. I'll look it up for you. I'll look at, because I had to send jump rings out. So I made these jump rings. I made all of these jump rings in this one and in this one. So if you were, it's interesting, isn't it? I love it. It's so cool. It's a tiny, well, I say it's a bit tricky. It's not in theory because I did this part of my workshop series. So it's not tricky. It's tricky, but it isn't. So like, to make these components are quite simple, but it's the connecting of the components that are a bit tricky. And it's having the right gauge. So I found that the best way that this worked was having a slightly heavier gauge of wire. So these are actually 1.25. So, and this is 1.25, and I'm pretty sure I did, let me have a quick look in my thingy, and I'll be able to tell you, because oops, I moved the wrong screen then. One moment, and you come back. Oops. It says that I'm having issues with something. So if I've gone a bit dodgy on something, it should come back in a moment. Let's have a quick look. It would have been under series 1. Did I do it under 1? What week was it? Week 7. Yeah. I'll just because I've got it on my, I've got booklets I've done on it. 4.5 in a diameter on a 1.25 mil wire. Yeah, I'll just share this screen with you to see, so you can see this is one of my picture guides that I do. And just so you can see it. Nope. Oh, window. There we go. So hopefully you'll be able to see this here. So this is just, again, like I said, this is one of my booklets that I do. So you'll be able to see here, it's just sort of showing the finishing. So you've got the front, the back, and then you'll see here 4.5 mil in a diameter on a 1.25 mil wire, which is what I'm wearing and what I've done in this necklace here. It can be done on a 4 mil in a diameter on a 1 mil wire, but I'm not going to lie to you, it is super fiddly and super tricky. It's definitely better to go to slightly heavier gauge and slightly larger gauge wire. And so that is that bracelet there, is what that picture was, so you can get an idea of the size. If you need any jump rings or anything, Mandy, or if you're interested in a little PDF, I'm happy to put it together for you. As I said, I hand cut all of these and everything, so I was losing the will to live a little bit after a while. And the same here, but they are bare copper. So, but bare copper I think is great because, you know, again, it's going to patina, and you can put a little aftercare note in with it. And what I tend to do is put a little tiny bit of steel wool, like a tiny little bit of steel wool, and then just put a note saying that if you want to give it a buff up, then just use the steel wool. See if I've got any here in hand actually. And I have got some. I just got to know if I can put my hand on it. Yes, I can. Ugh. I hate this stuff just because I don't like the feel of it. I've had this for so long. Got like a massive roll of it like this. Oh, it goes right through me. But oh, yuck, 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 yuck. Ugh, I hate it. So it's like this. You probably all know what steel wool is. Ugh, I hate it so much. But then you should be able to just sort of look at that's all from there. So you can put like a little chunk of this in, and then you know, they can just kind of give it a buff up, give it a little bit of a clean. Bear in mind, obviously it gets messy. It's steel wool. So just that little section there then compared. So it's very easy to clean up. So yeah, if you're interested, Mandy, just give me a shout, drop me a line. I can put you some jump rings together. And as I said, I'm looking at converting the picture guide into a written tutorial. So I've got all the pictures there. I just need to put the words into it, to be honest. I'm looking at doing that with a lot of my chainmail and even my wire work projects that I've done in the past. So if that's something that would, you know, anybody would like the sound of, let me know. And if you did, would it be that you would want it in sort of a single project or like a little book of it with a couple of different designs? What do you think would appeal? Let me know and I can sort of factor it all in. So can you just see how just spending a couple of seconds just doing that has buffed that straight up? Go with it while it focuses, and then when I turn it back over, see the back? So you can see quite a difference that's come out. And so then just turn it over. And as I said, this stuff is very inexpensive and it lasts and lasts and lasts. I just don't like the feel of it. It's just me. I don't like velvet and cotton wool. You know, I'm a bit of a weird texture thing. I hate it when you get the busts and they're velvet. I'm like, no. You know, this, I mean, obviously there are better and easier ways to clean your jewellery, sort of, if you're a jewellery maker, you could pop the Dremel on it or whatever. But I think to somebody who doesn't make jewellery, it's nice to have a quick fix. And it's not perfect. That took a couple of seconds. And now that's looking a lot shinier than it was. So yeah, that's an option. I get it back on now. I watch it, like, And mine had gone, like I said, particularly tarnished, and I think it's because it was next to a much more tarnished bracelet. So elegant. Anyway, so there you go. That's a suggestion for you, Mandy. Anyway, so that I do love this weave, but I will say, for trying out new weaves, I would recommend going a slightly thicker gauge of wire because it just stabilizes better. So then we also have, which Mandy bought the bead scoops? Did you get them and are they okay? I hope you like them. Yeah, so this is what we're doing next week. This is the on Monday, this is the keep saying dragon. It's not, it's the alligator back. It's a really lovely, really nice weave. I really like this one. It's got lots of lovely fluidity. And I just think it's just a great weave to have. So if you fancy joining me on this one, this will be running on this Monday at 10 till 12 so for 2 hours, and then you get a little picture guide booklet to go with it, pretty much like I just showed you. In fact, I'll come over need. Oh, and I'm back. Tells you what I'm going to be doing. What you. Oh, okay, right, okay. I think we had a mini crash then. Sorry. So I'm going to come back. So basically, I'm just going to show you very quickly. This is an example of one of my picture guides. If you do attend one of my workshops, I tend to give them out with most workshops, not every single workshop, but most of them. So this is Chainmail Series 1. This is York Weave. I'm going to go through quickly because I don't obviously want to show you all my secrets, but you see there guides to what you need, what you sort of open and close, some little tips if needed, and what you're going to do. And then I'll just very quickly go through, but you can see step by step photographs of what you kind of need. There are no words, as I said, but I am looking at doing a word version. And at the end, you have a little bit of make some notes, create your own ideas, and a thank you for attending. So that's kind of how I do the workshops. I'm just going to look at your messages. I'm really sorry. I kind of didn't realize it had gone down. It must have froze on me. Sound went a bit funny. Right, okay. Do I sell my picture guides? I'm looking at doing that. Hi, Isabel. Isabel, I need to talk to you about Dragon Eye workshops. Popped into this one as the Let's Learn was a bit jumpy. Oh, okay. That clean, it doesn't it clean up lovely though? I mean, like I said, I could spend a bit more time getting it. Oh, I'm not on it. I could spend a bit more time getting it a little bit more polished, but just to show a good way to do it. I'm in need of jump rings. My stash is very low. Well, I've got a couple of tips for you for that. Bear with me. So I'm happy to do you some 4.5 in the 1.25 gauge wire. If you fancy, Mandy, just let me know. That was me. Yeah, they're great. Cool. I'm glad you're happy with them. Thank you for the suggestion. I'll definitely check them out. Alligator back is one of my favorites. So I'm can't seem to get my head. Well, Mandy, workshop on Monday. Come join us. It's lovely. We have great fun. And as I said, switch it back like this. This is actually very easy, and I can guarantee you'll come out of this finished. You got a picture. You get a picture guide as part of the workshop, plus you get the recording as well. So I'll email you the recording for you to view the workshop back as often as you like. So it's worth it. Posted in till about 6. Rude. Thanks, Isabel. Thank you. Okay. Well, they're very summery today. Thank you. It's because it's ridiculously hot. I can't cope with this heat. I am that person that I hate the sun. I think I'm a vampire secretly. I just can't cope with this heat. So it's like the hair has to go up. It has to. I can't cope with it. I'm just sitting in here, and I have actually got like a fan in front of me, but I'm not putting it on because it makes the screen go a little bit wibbly wobbly. So I'm not doing that. I'm going to switch over very quickly. I wanted to show you what I made last night because I did my brush party. Do you remember I was telling you about the brush parties? So I did my first solo brush party last night, like just me, which was quite scary, but great fun. So I'll show you my practice piece, and it's called Bright Lights, Big City. Yeah, so this is what we did last night in the brush party. It was good. It's fun. It's a little bit more challenging than you realize, this piece, because there's quite a lot of layers to it, and you've got to build it up, and it's, you know, you then got to take that and convert that into a way that you can get that across to all these people. But it's so much fun, and everybody just enjoys themselves. Boiling hot. Couldn't cope with that. But what is a brush party? Oh, Isabel, what is a brush party? Basically, a brush party is so I'm a sort of an artist for the company. Whereabouts are you, Isabel? I think it's more of a south thing at the moment, but I was talking to Becky Redican, and she said there's something similar up north. And basically it's a paint and sip kind of party. So you go to a venue, which is normally a pub, but they do private functions as well. And I'll just see if I can get the website up for you actually. So let me just shut some of this down. See, I'm trying to keep all my windows down as well, because I think that's what makes my screen lose itself a little bit. So if I just show you what a brush party is, I'll just share the screen. Burnham. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. You're down Burnham. You're not far. I'll get past you when I go down towards the cottage. Let me just screen share for you. So this, hang on, can you hear me? hang on. I'm going to just check. I don't remember if I turned the share tab audio off. There we go. Right. This is Brush Party. So basically you go to a pub and you have all the canvases set up and there'll be a project. So last night's was the big lights, little cities, big city, bright lights. And so if you go into here, so for example, if we said events, you can choose your location. So you can say by location, and this is all the locations that it has. So you've got Bristol, and you've got Cambridgeshire. So it's got quite a lot. You just have a little browse through it, all the way down. So we've got sort of so I think it's more southern. We've got Maidenhead, Marlow, Middlesex, so Milton Keynes, Nailsea. So you're all of sort of this area. So what you can then do, so if I just choose, for example, Bristol, because I cover Bristol and South Gloucester, and then you basically have a project. So go into Bristol, go into search, and then you see here we've got like the events and in different places. And this is the next one I'm doing, and I am so excited. Look, so this is going to be at Puxton Park, and I'm doing this on the 30th of June. But look at it, it's a jellyfish. I'm so excited. So I'm going to be teaching that. So you just click on it, and then you just attend the venue. I think it's £33, but you get everything you need to come away with a finished canvas. I'm also doing this one in Nailsea next month, which I'm really excited for. So yeah, if you love painting, this is the one that I did before. Do you remember I did the UQT? So yeah, if you're interested in anything, oh, that one's new. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Oh no, oh, he's asked me if I can do that. Oh, I'm gonna have to find a way, because that's just too gorgeous to not do, isn't it? I love that. Anyway, so that is what Brush Party is, for those of you who asked. You can hear me, perhaps. And again, I am just going to take 2 seconds. I think I showed you all what I did with the alcohol ink Crafty Inkers Club. I'm just going to do my boring spiel, show you my website. Don't forget to go check it out. But I'm going to talk to you again about Dragon Eyes. So this is why I was like, Isabel. So let me put this camera back on and come back down to here. Right. Still fluff, okay? Stills. It's messy. Right. So Dragon Eye. We're doing a Dragon Eye workshop, Isabel. Now, that's stunning. It would make a gorgeous diamond painting. Oh, wouldn't it? It would just be amazing. Definitely. So, first of all, Alcohol Crafty Inkers Club. We were doing black backgrounds. Now, those of you know, I went to go and see Totally Beads over the weekend. Oh, my goodness. That's all I can say. Wow. So, Mandy, I'll go back to you when you asked about jump rings. Go check out Totally Beads, because Totally Beads have got a ton of jump rings. They have them in, I think, a 4mm, a 6mm, an 8mm, a 7, 4, 6, and 8. They are getting some other sizes. They've got some smaller sizes, but they're thinner gauges as well, so you can play about with them. They do go on the website by the outer diameter though, okay? So just check. So if you want 4mm jump rings, look for 6mm jump rings. But they have changed it in the description to say that they have got a 4mm in the diameter. They have them in silver, black, champagne gold, and a lovely rose gold. So if you're interested in some jump rings from them, go and get some. They're very inexpensive and they are great quality. I've done quite a few. I've got a few just to hand, just to show you, because I've been working with Totally Beads directly and doing some projects with them. So this is like their rose gold, and this is their 6mm in a diameter. So this would actually be on their website as an 8mm jump ring. So this is the rose gold. It's beautiful. And then they do have smaller ones, like little tinies, but these are like a 7 mil. So again, these are great for like your Japanese weaves because they're thin enough to be able to work with. So 100% would recommend. There's some gold ones there. These are your 4 mils. So if you are looking for your jump rings, definitely go check out Totally Beads. So the reason I said that is because when I was having a little wander around in the workshop, the warehouse, I discovered these. I was like, oh my goodness, they're so cool. What are they? And they're like an acrylic blank. But that's so cool. What is it? And they were like, well, we don't know what to do with them. And I was like, I know what you could do with this. So we did something. This was a take on the technique that we've done in the Crafty Inkers Club this week. And in the Crafty Inkers, last week, so the beginning of June, we're working with putting inks onto a black background. I did show some of my pieces last time. I won't bore you all again, but you know what we do. It's £5 a month, and this project this week was this. So the project for the month of June is working with a black background, creating, not necessarily creating a flower. The flower was actually created last month, but you can create it on the black background. What we've actually did this month was playing about with colours and metallics. So that's actually a black background. No, it's not. That's a big fat lie. Where's the black ones gone? Where are you? Right, hang on, bear with me. Can see them. They're there. That's why. You can see why I got confused in my defense. That's the black background one. Oh, Mandy. Oh, well, I might look into doing some chainmail workshops on an evening if that's something that people would be interested in, because I've got a lot of weaves that we've covered. So I'd be happy to do it. If there was an interest, I would be happy to run them on an evening. This is, but I definitely would look at, like, if you're interested in me doing a little PDF and a little pack, you know, I'm happy to do that, Mandy. Just drop me a message, okay? So this is what we were doing this month. So we were doing like this kind of black background. And so I'm definitely going to practice doing this effect on this. But I actually, going back to that flower, which is the flower we did last month, I actually applied that onto one of these blanks. And I just really love how that came out. I'm not really quite sure. I'm thinking like a nice brooch, maybe, you know, or it could just be like a lovely, imagine if you then attached like a window charm or like some wall art to it. So yeah, that's what we did. Now, talking about dragon eyes, we weren't meant to be running a dragon eye workshop tomorrow, but unfortunately something's come up. So I'm going to move it to the 7th of July, which is 2 weeks time. So in 2 weeks time, I'm looking at running the dragon eye workshop, which is where we will be setting a dragon eye into a nice wire work frame. Now, it's not going to be massively complex because it's only going to be a 4-hour workshop. So what I don't want to do is overwhelm, but it is going to be cool. It's going to look like a dragon's eye. It's going to be wire work to shape it into that dragon's eye. The workshop's going to be £30, and it's going to be a copy of the recording included. There won't be a picture guide, just purely because everybody's will come out a little bit differently. You know, like if I put my wires here, you might put your wires there. Evenings would be good. Let me know some prices for jump ring packs and unpaid. I'll be in touch. Oh, fabulous. Okay, they won't be very expensive. It's just you know, like I said, it's just I can hand make them for you, and I can do it in the 4.5 in the heavier gauge then for you as well. So dragon eyes. So I'm going to be running that workshop, as I said. Now, the other thing that I can do, if you wanted to attend, but you're like, Laura, I don't have any dragon eyes, I can make some for you. So these 4 will hopefully be going to a new home because these were requested. So I've done these 4. The request was for them to be blue. This one did come out a bit purple, but I think she's okay with that. I'm happy to do another one for her if not. So these are 4. Now they've been sealed on the back with some resin, so they're not going to chip. They're going to be durable. So, and then because I enjoyed doing these so much, I made myself one. This one's got a bit of schiller in it, a little bit of magicalness. So yeah, we've got that one there. We've got this one just here. I mean, I love the sparkle on this so much. How big is the dragon eye? These ones, I believe, let me just get my ruler. I think they're 25 mils. Yeah, these are 25 mils. But you can go whatever size you want, Isabel, or if you wanted me to make some for you, I've got 25 mils. I do also have a 30 mil cabochon as well. I feel like the 25 mils are a nice size because by the time we've kind of decorated them with wire and some seed beads, maybe, then obviously you don't want to overpower that eye. You don't want it to become too big. Here's another one. So I just want to show you the sparkle. Look at, I just find it magical. So we've got that one. We've got this one. Again, it's got like that shimmer and sparkle. The purple one we've seen, I do love this one, like that sort of magic glow. This one here, as I said, and then we've got this one here. So if you are interested, and if you are interested and you want a kit put together for you, I can put a kit together for you either in bare copper or silver copper plated or bare copper. I do have some colored wires, so I can add some colored wires into it. So for this one here, I'm going to be adding in some blue colored wires for the person. And if you've got seed beads, you can add seed beads into it as well. So that's going to be coming up on the 7th now. So it was down for tomorrow and it is on my website for tomorrow. If you did, I will change it. But if you have bought it already, don't worry, I've contacted you and it's just being moved. Nothing changes. You don't need to do anything. Everything stays the same. I'll change all the details. But if you did want to, it is on my website. So I'm just going to quickly talk about my website and pop you over and show you. My website is here. So if you have a little look, just for you to see, I have all the wire I need. I need to look for the cabs. Oh, amazing. Well, Isabel, I figured you would. If you want any cabs made for you, I'm happy to make them for you. They're £3 a cabochon, basically. So for each one you get, it will be £3, but they've been made bespoke for you. I use alcohol inks, I use paints, nail polishes, and it's sealed on the back with resin. But if you want some cabs and to do your own, then absolutely you're welcome to do that as well. So here's my website, unityou.laurabinding.com, if you fancy going and having a little look. And then you've got down here Zoom workshops, the Crafty Inkers subscription club, as I've already said to you. This is my monthly subscription club. If you go in and then you're going to get, it's £5, you click in to sign me up, you're going to get one 3-hour workshop every month that's streamed live into Facebook, so it doesn't matter where in the world you are, you'll be able to see it. And then we do 2 kind of catch-up sessions. We do the workshop at the beginning of the month and the catch-up sessions towards the end of the month. And that's just for us to be able to go over anything. If you weren't able to attend the workshop, you might have done it in your own time and might have questions, and we just kind of just catch up and go recap over that workshop and just have a little play. And 9 times out of 10 I'll discover something new in the in-between and show something different in those catch-ups I didn't necessarily show in the initial workshop. So for example, the white flowers I've just shown you, they were done in one of the catch-up sessions, not the actual workshop itself. So £5 a month is all that is, and you get a free 3-hour workshop every month, along with 2 catch-ups, plus a lovely little community in there. We've got some lovely members, and we've just taken on a new challenge. This month we're going to be doing, one of our lovely ladies has shared something like a coffee tea stain kind of pattern that you're going to doodle into. So that's what we're going to be doing as a little side project. So, you know, it's just really encouraging. It's not always going to be alcohol ink based. We've done watercolors. It's just having a bit of fun. And then when it comes to your Zoom online workshops, if I click on here, you'll see you've got your general workshops. But if you look down here, you've got your monthly workshops. These are my chainmail series. And then if you keep going down, you've got Milliput workshop and you've got the Dragon Eye workshop. As I said, that does say Friday the 16th, which is tomorrow. It is going to be moved to the 7th of July now. So if you are able to attend, have a little look. And also the Milliput workshop is down for July the 15th, but I'm also going to be running it on June the 30th as well. So I've actually got that down for 2 dates, July the 30th, June the 30th, and July the 15th, just because there was quite a lot of, a few people wanted to do it, but it was split as to who could do which. So the Milliput workshop is how to create this really cool little fun toadstool captured holding a quartz. So we're doing that on the 15th of July and on the 30th of June. And then you've got little fairy door like so. So these little fun projects will be done in that. What time of the workshops usually? This particular one, this particular workshop for the Dragon Eye, it's going to be 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. So it'll be a 4-hour workshop, 10 till 2. Did some 50mm Dragon Eyes a few years ago. I love how they turned out. Mandy, they're so much fun, aren't they? I just absolutely love work. I could sit all day and do these. I mean, I got myself into a mess, but I absolutely love it. And that's, you know, how these other little spin-off ones evolve. Sometimes I'll make Dragon Eyes and sometimes I'll just play about with some colors. I mean, I love how this has turned out. It's just so cool. So I've spent a lot of time waffling today, so I'm going to do something a little bit simple because it is nice. But anyone who's here, any as I said, any kind of does that work for you, Isabel? Anyone who's got any sort of tips about what would be a great in my own time, Laura? In my own time. Oh, my mind froze then. Yeah, male teacher inspired bookmarks. Help me out. Help me out here, please. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these, I think, and I'm going to just simply cage it. And I actually kind of feel like I want to do this one. I feel like this is really pretty, and I'm actually going to do it in silver. I have got some I've got some purple wire here. Would this work, or is it too? Do we think? Is the purple? You can't really see it. What do you think of the purple with this? Because it's got that lovely kind of tone there. Or do I just? I don't know. I go for silver. I do love me some silver. All my wire, you can't. I'm sorry, I'm just stretching over, but all my wire is kind of stacked up. Not all my wire. What gauge are you? You're 1mm. Right. What I do is I've got like my big chunky reels of wire, like this, within my reach. So yeah, I mean, it'd be lovely if you can join me on these workshops. It's great. They're great fun. And like I said, you get a copy of the recording to remember it by. Right. I'm going to do something with this one. I'm going to, I might go 1, 2, 3, because, you know, I can't have a Crafty Elevenes and not be crafty. I'm going to whack one purple wire into this, I think. And then I'm going to, right, okay, so 1 purple, 2 silvers, just need some finer silver. Okay, let's go. So what is everybody up to this amazingly hot weekend? We were considering going to the cottage for the weekend, but I think we've decided we're just going to have a weekend at home because it's so hot. And all we're going to end up doing is sitting in the garden of a boiling hot, you know, whether we're here or there, we're going to be sat in the garden boiling hot. The difference is we've got kind of 4 hours there, well, 2 hours there, 2 hours back of driving. I don't know, I just kind of feel like I just want to sit here and put my feet in the pool, you know. I just can't cope with this heat. I am not one for, I love summer, I love the bright fun days, I love seeing nature, but I just hate that heat, you know. I am not there for the heat. Right, all I'm doing is I'm taking 3 wires. I'm only going to do this quickly. What I'm trying to do is kind of do a quick tutorial or quick work through here and then go through it a little bit more in depth and put it onto my YouTube channel. So if you do want to go check out my YouTube channel, I am streaming to it now, so I can stream to my YouTube channel as well as to my Facebook channels as well. There we go. So I'm just going to, there we are, bind this together. And let's pop it around something. Charger, this would be a good thing. Okay. So yeah, I don't really know what to do for the weekend. My kids have got an inset day tomorrow because, well, I don't know, just because. I think it's because it's the end of school and year 11s have all kind of left or leaving, or it's their last day. So I think, to be honest with you, that's part of the reason. But it is a bit annoying, but we'll see. So I don't really know what we're going to do. I think we're just going to have a little potter around the house and then have a nice chill in the garden. Right. Your birthday's on Saturday. Happy birthday for Saturday, Nancy. I always say this, but June babies are the best. I say that because I'm a June baby and it's my birthday next Friday. So, you know, gotta love June babies. Okay. So I'm using a 1mm wire. So these are quite heavy gauges. So I'm going to just use that to lock that into place. I've got wrong pliers here. Are you doing anything nice for your birthday, Nancy? Have you got anything nice planned? What I love about being a June baby is I love the fact that we only have to wait 6 months before we get more presents. I always loved that as a child, you know. 6 months you get Christmas presents, 6 months you get your birthday presents. Okay, let's see if I can just come in very slightly and bend that wire. Come in very slightly and bend this wire. There we go. I don't know, do I want to bend that top wire? Might do. Just to give it that little look. So yeah, I'll probably do this as a quick tutorial, and then I'll do a more sort of in-depth version for the for YouTube. So I've just got, the reason I can get away with this, by the way, on this type of cabochon is because it's glass. So this won't work for all cabochons. Because it's glass, it's not as slippery as like a polished gemstone. And the back has got a grip to it as well. It's Father's Day on Sunday here in the US. It's Father's Day here as well, actually, Nancy. That's a good point. I forgot about that. So yeah, it's Father's Day on Sunday. Thanks for the reminder. It's Mum Rose's last day tomorrow. I can't quite believe she's finished secondary school. It's gone really fast. Mandy, I know, it's insane, isn't it? So my daughter starts her mocks at the end of this month, and my friend's daughter is in year 11 as well, as I've said this before. So she no, sorry, I'll come back. She's she's on the so it's her last day tomorrow, and it's really weird because she's my friend's sort of youngest, and I'm just like, oh no, Zoe can't leave school. Yeah, it's crazy. I just have to show this. First of all, happy birthday. I'll show this. Happy birthday for Saturday, Nancy. I have to show this because I'm really, really happy. Isabel, my rainbow polymer clay bead picture you showed won the Wall of Fame. So for those of you who don't know what that's referring to, I work for Jewelry Maker. I do some shows for Jewelry Maker, should I say. And I did one on, I've done 2 this month. So I did one last Tuesday and one this Tuesday. So on Tuesday, we do something called the Wall of Fame. I know a lot of you probably know this, but this is just for those of you who don't. So the Wall of Fame is where you send your makes in with anything that you may have made with your Jewelry Maker products. And then every Wednesday, they do a draw, and you can win £100 credit to your account or £50. So this message from Isabel when I was on Tuesday, her picture was on the Wall of Fame because we read them out. And she actually won. That's amazing. So you're going to spend it on something fun, Isabel. That's so cool. You still do. That's fantastic. Congratulations. That is great. That is great. I love it when that happens. I did a Tree of Life workshop for Jewelry Maker a few years ago, and some of the ladies that were on the workshop said to me, we were talking about the Hall of Fame, and some of the ladies were like, I've never ever sent my work in. I've always felt a little bit like, oh, you know, it's not good enough. And we always say, no, you must send it in because you just never know. And one of the ladies was like, oh yeah, no, you've got to send it in. And so she then that week sent in a picture of the Tree of Life that she made on the workshop with me. And she only went and won. I was like, yes, that's amazing. So that was fabulous. Carol couldn't stop. Hang on a moment. So first of all, you're going to spend your money on polymer clay and seed beads. Amazing. What a great choice. I love that. I'm laughing at this because I have to tell you this story. It's so funny. So Mandy says, I couldn't stop laughing when Carol's mic wire got caught. So again, also another congratulations for you, from Nancy as well. It was so okay. Where can I hide it? Hang on. There we go. So I'll just explain that whilst I'm doing this. It was so funny. So when I'm on Jewelry Maker, the way it works is we do a demo. So I was at 9 o'clock hour and I had to do my demo for my kit. So a bit like I am now, the overhead camera's on my hands. I can see that obviously you can see me in my little window down here. But I obviously you all you can see on screen is my hands, and I'm going, okay, so you've got your beads here, and then you add on your bead and you do your wire and so on. And what you didn't see, I'm going to have to switch cameras for this because it was so funny and it needs to be seen properly. So what you didn't see was how so I'm sort of doing this and I'm sort of going, yep, okay, so you do this and this. So in the corner next to me, I've got Carol, and she's going, I'm just going to go in, because her husband had come in. So she was like, I'm just going to go and see my husband, like obviously quietly because we're mic'd up. So she's like, I'm just going to pop out. We're like, okay, cool. So she's just jumped off her chair and she's gone to nip round the desk to go and see her husband. But her mic had got caught on the back of her chair. So bearing in mind, I'm just looking like this. So I've got my head down like this, and just at the corner of my eye, I could see her doing this. And I was like, okay, carrying on. And at the corner of my eye, I just saw this. And that was so funny. She was fine, to clarify, but it was hilarious. And I was trying like, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh. But then she started to laugh, and I was just like, I can't not laugh. And of course, all you can see are my hands. So my hands have stopped because I'm laughing and I'm trying. I can't speak. But like I said, it just in the corner of my view, I just see boom, boom. Just like, don't laugh like my dad. I ended up laughing. And then in the end, so as you know, we have talkback, and in my ears, I've just got them going, oh, for goodness sake, Laura, you're going to have to tell them why you're laughing. It's just like, I'm so sorry. I just can't not laugh at that. It was just so funny. But yeah, so that was what happened. It was so funny. I love Carol. It's so nice to work with her. I love working with all the presenters, but I haven't seen Carol for ages, so it was just so lovely to see her. I'm just showing you where I'm at here. So one thing I haven't done on this one is secured the sides. So I'm just going to kind of, oopsie, shimmy this down a little bit, see if I can secure the sides a little bit, because I've kind of played about with it a bit. I should really have put wire on the side, but I wasn't really quite sure I was going to do this. I'm going to redo that because I don't like that being there. I'm going to kind of give it that effect. That's it. I'm happy with that. It was so funny though. It was so funny. So it's just like, obviously you just see my hands like this. But when it happened, I just had to stop. And then I probably was shaking where I was laughing. And then they were just like, oh, Laura, you're just going to have to tell them why you're laughing. I was like, I'm so sorry, but it was so funny. So I'm looking at this now. I'm just having a little think about where I want it to go. Do I want it to kind of come down and decorate it? Probably not. I kind of want to... quite like doing this as a design. Depends how tight to the... Oh no, we've got wiggle room. Because what I don't want to do is lose the design of the cabochon. This adds a little bit of extra strength to it as well. When you do something like this, and then I can come down with maybe this. I love those beads, by the way, that you did, Isabel. Those polymer clay ones were so lovely. I love the rainbow, almost like little smiley face, like little smiley rainbows that you did, little beads. My daughter would totally wear them as earrings. I think I said that at the time, didn't I? Okay, so I've kind of lost my stability a bit now. That's fine because I've got extra wires and I can play about with it. I can just play about with this a little bit more. It was hilarious. I'm glad she didn't hurt herself though, Carol. So naturally funny to all of you. Oh no, she didn't hurt herself. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. And then the thing is, you know, when you're trying not to think about it, because if you remember, if you think about it again, you end up laughing again. So like, you know, when it could be like an hour later and it just comes into your mind, you're like, oh yeah, it was kind of like that. I'm such a child. But yeah, I know she was fine. It was just funny. Yeah, she. Bless her. All right, so I'm just having a play about with this. I'm just gonna maybe trim that wire. Yeah. So yeah, Isabel, if you are interested in booking that workshop, if you book, even if you book it and it's got tomorrow's date on it, don't worry, because I'm going to change the date and information for the 7th, so don't worry. It won't affect you because I'll just change the in fact, I think I already have changed the Zoom link on it. Okay, so just opening this out. God, I've chosen the wrong gauge wire for this, really, because I'm using like the 1mm, and the 1mm is very heavy as a gauge as wire, so it's not as malleable to sort of work with as my 0.8 would have been. Here we go. But I can double secure it down here. I'm just working out how I want this to kind of go. I kind of think, do I want it to go like this? I'm very much like a, oh, actually, I quite like that. So this, I think I'm going to snip and hide that somewhere. And then this will be able to come across and give that extra stability just across the front. Capture that in. Okay, I'll do it now. You don't have to, I'm just saying. I just don't want to forget, that's all. Okay. So we've got this coming across like so. And then I kind of feel like I just want to get some of this to come down here. So it's got that double wire. So this is what's great about doing something like this. It shows you me having a think and a play about and going, okay. And then I would kind of go, right, what would I do for next time? How would I change it for next time? And then I can sort of take notes as to what I would do differently. So as a prototype, it's great to play about with something like this. 100% chose too heavy a gauge of wire. However, that was also down to me not being bothered to get up and get the right size, because I've got a ton of of 8mm wire. It's literally across there, but I just didn't get up and get it. So that's also on me. It's definitely a me problem. So I kind of feel like I want to just get this to go. Okay, I'm going to bring it there. So what I'm trying to do is just give myself a bit of extra strength and support that in a bit. Pros and cons to using such a heavy gauge is that it will hold that stone in, but it's just a bit of a struggle to get it to do so. I've not won the Wall of Fame yet, but I did win the first monthly challenge that Gemma did a few years ago. I'm so proud of that, because where the Wall of Fame is a random draw, I'm going to put this up for you to see. So, it's not showing all of it. The winners of Gemma's challenges were chosen. I was genuinely overwhelmed. I was also given a special mention for the second challenge. It's a shame they stopped doing them. Mandy, maybe that's something we can try and get going in Crafty Elevenes then, or something to sort of, because as I said, it was Jill who said about doing this month. Well, she didn't say it was a monthly challenge, but she said that she was doing this. Did we want to do this challenge? And instantly we were like, yes. So maybe we can look at doing a little monthly challenge, sort of within Crafty Elevenes or something like that, because you are right, and it's lovely to have that encouragement, isn't it? And that not that recognition, but it just makes you feel a bit sort of special. So I'll have a little think if that's something that people might be interested in. Okay, so I'm just going to go. Well, it's gone a bit more swirly than I was kind of planning, this one, but it's okay. It's gonna be fine. I would take this as a prototype, and then I would know how I could tweak this to make it not better, but a bit more of an easier, achievable design. But that being said, I don't hate it at all. I've just got to know when to stop as well, because that is something that we never really, I don't know if anyone else does that, but just sort of gets a bit carried away and don't really know when to stop and just keep going and going and going. And then that's when you end up with sort of like quite a, I won't say a wiry mess, but it can get a little bit sort of lose its definition as such. Right, let me just get rid of this. That's one last one to go. Definitely have that nice and secure now, that's for sure. That bead is not going anywhere. It's the sleep. Definitely something to think about. Yeah. Is the sleepy dog snoring? Can you hear the sleepy dog out? Look at her. Savvy. 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 Savannah Banners. That was Savannah Banners. You are so late, Kaylee. But don't worry, it's not a problem. I mean, I'm going to be finishing in a moment because I have been on for a little while. I'm just having a quick play about the cabochon, funnily enough. Kaylee, I sent you a message. Did you get it? It's about the Dragon Eye workshop. We're changing it. I love that. That's me. I've paid. Did you hear my phone going? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Isabel. Looking forward to seeing you there. It'd be great. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Kaylee, did you see my message? I sent you a message. We're going to go for the, we're changing the Dragon Eye workshop to the 7th of July. Because I know that I think I replied. I haven't seen it because I have been on here, but is that doable for you? Let's have a quick, obviously you don't have to say it out loud. Oh, that is one cold coffee. It is not as good cold. Kaylee, what do you think of my... It's a watermelon Starbucks cup. Cool. Brilliant. Oh, brilliant. Oh, brilliant for both. So you'll be joining us. So that works out perfectly. I'll get those kits put together for you. Brilliant. Kaylee, as you're here, I hope you don't mind. I have been sharing them, but it's so difficult to show the cabochon eyes in a good light. So I just, as you're here, just very quickly can show you. Is that one okay, or is it a bit too purple for you? I know it's a little bit purpley, but hopefully that's okay for you. There's that one. So you really get to see that sparkle and shimmer. That's one. And we got that one just there. And then we've got this one. And then we've got this one. Just love that sparkle in the background. And then, because I loved it so much, I did one for myself. Yeah, so that's amazing. Perfect. That worked out good for everyone. And Kaylee, I also just said very quickly is that I have set 2 dates for the Milliput workshop now. So the first date is the original date we said, which is going to be Friday the 30th of June. And then the second date is going to be Saturday the 15th of July. So I know you said that you could do the June one, but not the July one. So if you fancy it, that is back on. I'm just popping it onto the website after this. So it's a little bit, so I'm glad you like them, Kaylee. I'll get that all sorted for you. Here is just a quick play about. We were just having a play about with one of the cabochons while we were here. Tiny dash of purple wire. It's quite dark purple, a little bit of silver, a little bit swirly. I would definitely drop down a gauge. You want one like the one you did for yourself? Do you want that one as well, Kaylee? You can have it. I can just sit and make these because I just love it so much. There's, like I said, there's a purpley one here as well that I found from my stash. I love them so much. So this is just a little play about. It's just fun. It's nothing too amazing, but I will probably have a go at doing this again. I'll probably pop it onto my YouTube channel in a more detailed, slowed down tutorial, but I'll probably drop it down to a 0.8 and it'll be a bit more controlled. But for a prototype, it's fun and I enjoyed working with it. So I'm going to leave it here because I've ran over my time as always. Hopefully I'll see some of you on some workshops soon, and if not, I will see you hopefully next week for another catch up. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, whatever you're planning on doing, enjoying the sun or hiding from the sun like I do. I hope you have a fab time, and I will see you all next week. Don't forget to check out my website if there's any workshops, and don't forget I still have bead scoops available, everyone. I still have gemstones, bead scoops, plus pearl bead scoops. They're £10 a bag. So if you're interested in those, then make sure you check it out. But for now, I'm going to crack on and see everyone soon. So have a fabulous weekend. Mandy, Chainmail Mandy, if you are interested, drop me a line and I can sort something out for you. Have a lovely weekend, everybody, and I will speak to you all very, very soon.